Hello, I am Melissa Stevens, and I would like to discuss women in today's society. Imagine sitting down in a first grade elementary classroom, speaking to young girls discussing what they wanted to be when they grow up. I am sure you would get a variety of answers, such as a doctor, lawyer, firefighter, businesswoman, nurse, a scientist, and some would also say a princess, a musician, an artist, and many more powerful positions in life. Women have been fighting for the right to be viewed as equals throughout history. The imagination of a child is as wide as the skyline. As a woman myself, looking at the strong generations of women that have come before me and my family, there are many different career directions and various roles women have held. I also see the struggles of hardships and sacrifices that each of them have endured and overcome throughout the years. At birth, from the first day of life, we are introduced to direction of culture through the process of learning called enculturation. Through my research and the readings, it referenced that since birth we are taught right and wrong, the facts of our culture and generations of life, and just how the world turns and where do you fit in this huge world. People believe that with the absence of gender socialization, gender differences would not play a part in our society today. If young girls and boys would have been treated the same from birth to young adulthood, gender differences would be non existent. Without gender socialization, children would have been raised with the knowledge of life through the wisdoms and teaching of our elder adults and live in equality. Simple identifying factors of items with the color scale were given. A blue hat to identify boys, a pink hat to identify girls, or girls were given dolls while boys played war games. Then, in the environment of education and the teachings we received in school, reading, writing, and arithmetic were all taught without gender playing a role. But through our family and our cultural values, based on our gender, we were taught the roles of a woman were to maintain the household, while the role of a man was to obtain trade work and provide for your family. It is hard to believe that just 40 to 50 years ago, women had to struggle for equality for many roles in the economy. Everything was segregated based on your gender. Not to mention that during those times, there were other struggles that played a factor. That your age, race, and or religion was another deciding factor for seeking employment. There was a time in history where women were unable to voice their opinion in politics, were being unable to cast a vote or even run for office. And now there are more women running for a presidential campaign. If you were a woman that was fortunate enough to obtain a job making a decent amount of income, you were never able to make more than a male in the same position, the same age, and this with the same amount of education. It just would not have been right for a woman to make more money than a man. Now, women and men are both breadwinners and can hold down a household and equally share responsibilities. The workforce is filled with powerful women and powerful executive lending positions leading large companies like Indra Noyo, she's the CEO of Pepsi, or the Speaker of the House, Nancy Pelosi. According to Business Monthly site, published March of 2011 by American Express Open, there was an estimated that there are 8.1 million women-owned businesses in the United States, generating 1.3 trillion in revenue and employing nearly 7.7 million people. Here are some of the 2012 most powerful women entrepreneurs. Number 1 was Jessica Alba. She's a co-founder of the Honest Company, making all natural and safe products for baby and home. The number 2 spot was held by Jill Becker. She is the CEO and founder of Cambridge Nanotech, developing ultra-thin films that support UV blocking and anti-reflection and wear resistance. Based on the outcome of these large social rights, women began to form different organizations. There are many organizations to date back to the late 1800s, but one that sticks out is called NOW, National Organization for Women. That's the largest feminist activist in the United States and has over 500,000 members. If you can think of an issue pertaining to any woman, I believe they have an advocate for you. Now was founded in 1966 with the objective to bring equal rights for all women. After viewing the website, it is definitely a site that's on top of current national issues and keeps you up to speed with daily posts about current events and even has a link of the latest hot topics. Personally, in my family, I have come from a strong line of women who were farmers, lawyers, correction officers, nurses, special education teachers, factory workers, realtors, directors of marketing, semi-truck drivers, and even housewives. My grandmother on my father's side never had a job working for another, never had a driver's license. She was a housewife and she raised 9 children and adopted 2 more children. Her whole life was about her family, and she sacrificed her personal goals and dreams to make sure that her family was first before her own heart and desires. I believe that many women today still instill those same feelings as my grandmother did, but they are also considering themselves and their dreams alongside their family and understanding that sacrifice and dreams go hand in hand. My grandmother on my mother's side captured her dreams and continued her education and became a registered nurse. Seeing what many women have faced daily, that the women of today of 2012 want more and desire a better way of life. That going above and beyond is not only a level to reach, it's an expectation towards success. That you must go out and get it for yourself if you truly seek change in your life. Stand behind something worth fighting for and never, never settle for less. Many women before you have never accepted no as an answer, so why should you? It's hard to believe that we're in the year of 2012 and women are still fighting for many of the same issues and rights. There are also new rights coming up daily that women need to pay attention to and how this affects one's personal life. As a woman, I have come very far, but have many more mountains to climb and obstacles to endure. I believe that one day a very strong, educated, spiritual, knowledgeable woman will not just walk into the White House as a mother of a wife, but as a commander-in-chief and as a president of the United States of America. I appreciate your time, and I hope that you enjoyed my speech today. Thank you.